was a trend line right here. So yesterday we respected this trend line right here. And we could see that it was breaking that a little bit, but the reason why it didn't do well is because it pulled back right after the initial break. So that was just a little sign that it could fail the change of character, so it wasn't going to do that much. It seems a little vague right now, but I'm just going to go into a little more detail about how that just happened. So usually I like to play the overnight futures just to look at SPY, and the reason is because well, it runs 24 hours, so it gives you really good data. So I was looking on 5 minute of what was happening here. So today we saw a pretty nice pump right here, and I entered about this candle right here. And so what you can see here is Chach. So it's bleeding this morning around. Let me take a look at the SPY. So this morning it was kind of chopping. SPY was chopping down, but QQQ was really down more. But really, obviously, what you can see after a bleed, you wanted to see it pump up, so you wanted to do reversals because I'm a reversal trader. So right here is a pretty obvious change of character. So it was making those higher lows and higher highs, and all I wanted to see was a break right here. And after that break, it's always going to pump like that. And right here, we have that support, and we already passed that support. And especially when the Santa rally, I'm still bullish. I was just waiting for this line right here because this line, we rejected off of it on the 4 hour earlier. So this was really close to my price target right here. So I was waiting for SPY to reach the SPY target to really get out. And that was about 230% right there. So let's look at QQQ. So this morning it was bleeding down, and what other people call this is the inverse head and shoulders, but I'm playing the trend break, so I'm playing the break of trend and the change of character. So right here we can see that it broke the trend, but I don't usually play the initial break. The reason why is because the initial break can fake you out a lot, and that this just ruins a whole bunch of your win rate. And so what I had to do here, well, obviously I had to wait for news because news just came out, so I had to let it settle for a little bit. So after this trend break, I was watching this order block right here, and I turned on my algos. And so the scary thing is it was in a downtrend. So I made this algo, it's called the 920. I was waiting for it to reject off the EMA because if it rejects off the EMA, that means it could be going to the downside. So it went into the EMA. And so I was still waiting there. After the trend break, I waited for a change of character. And we can see here, it exhibited some form of change of character. Now, the interesting part is I wanted it to break this high right here. I wanted it to break this high right here. So once it was going up here, that gave me a pretty good sign that it wants to break and make a new high of day. But once we pulled back here, I entered kind of on the fair value gap. I actually entered here and took it early. It was pretty scary to see that over here because I left over here, but I had pretty good confidence since we had an order block right here. And so after it broke that high right here, I was pretty sure it was going to be a change of character. So I entered pretty early, and maybe this news did, but it caused a liquidity grab of here. So this order block caused a liquidity grab and really caused it to pump, especially because we're at like the pre-market lows and we're at yesterday's lows. That is a very sure sign of liquidity. So right here, we saw this freak pump. Over here, if you're still watching, we could be seeing a bit bull flag right now. So right here. And so what would you do here in this case? You would wait for it to stop doing a downtrend. You want it to break and then pull back a little bit and then break again. And that'd be good. But we don't want it to lose the 20 EMA because that's our support right there. This is an algo I made. It's a dip candle. Maybe I'll release it to premium later. But if it breaks this 20 EMA, we could sure be seeing some downside. I know CFU was looking for that. But I'm still looking at this bull flag here. This could have been a good reversal play, but I'm just not playing it because SPY already chose this direction today. If you wanted to play shorts here, a good way to play shorts is to watch this trend line. It's not really a strong trend line, but it is some form of trend line. Watch that trend line break. Wow, Sifu's having fun, man. Really, all you're just looking for is a change of character. Does anyone have any questions? Let me text Sifu real quick.
Thanks for explaining.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions so far? That was a really good short by Sifu, by the way. Good shit. Does anyone have any questions? Anything I can answer? No? Okay. Well, the reason why this was a good short, I already explained, but it's a good change of character right there. And we wanted to see that the bear flag would fail. So if over here, he wanted to see that the bear flag would fail. So the bear flag did end up failing here. So that 20 EMA support failed. And so we actually might be seeing a cross. And that crossover might indicate that we go to the downside and we might trend to the downside. Just because there's news, a lot of times when there's news, and news doesn't really shake up the market that much, we can see the market try to equalize itself, so we try to become an inside day.